liberty, and justice for all. Okay, thank you. Okay. Mrs. Zimmerman, Mrs. Musafra, Mrs. Lacapara, and Mrs. Mancuso advised that they would not be able to make the meeting tonight, so I pass on their regrets. All of the board members are present. Do we have any resident comments on agenda items? No? Okay, so let's move right into the acceptance of the warrants. Could I get a motion to accept the warrants as presented?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. So we have 5-0. Treasurer's report. Could I get a motion to accept the treasurer's report?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any no, any abstentions? Thank you. 5-0. We'll move right into the approval of the minutes. The first minutes we'll be approving is the minutes of May 9th. Mr. Pikowski, you weren't able to make that meeting, as well as Mrs. Musafra. Can I get a motion to accept those minutes, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. One abstention, so we got 4 yeses, 1 abstention. The meeting minutes of May 10th, all members were present at that meeting. Could I get a motion to accept those minutes, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any no abstentions? Thank you. 5-0. The meeting of May 17th. Absent were Mrs. Musafra, Mr. Pikowski, Mr. Bell, and Mrs. Mancuso. Could I get a motion to accept those minutes, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So that's 3 with 2 abstentions. And we'll move on to the last set of minutes, the minutes of May 31st. Mr. Hunter and Mrs. Mancuso was unable to attend. Could I get a motion to accept those minutes, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. And 1 abstention. So we have 4 and 1 abstention, 4 yeses. We'll move right on to our most president is not here. She's probably enjoying her graduation, post-graduation partying with friends. So we'll move right on to the superintendent's report.
We are going to go to the podium. This is one of those wonderful opportunities, but also one that pulls at the heartstrings, because we not only celebrate the contribution of our colleagues to the field of education of our children, but we also say goodbye to those retiring. We've been very fortunate, and we are fortunate, to have some of the finest educators in America in our schools. Tonight, we're going to recognize a few individuals who are here, who have notified us that they're going to be here. I'll check to see if others are here, who are retiring after many years of service. The first person that we would like to honor for outstanding contributions to the Mahopac Central School District is Mr. Joseph Karasi, I'm sorry.
I'd like to thank the district. It's been a wonderful 33 years here. And it seemed to have flown by. And it's very humbling when you get recognized by everybody here. And I want to thank everybody.
Our school board member, Ms. Tilda Zimmerman, said to say, thank you very much for actually teaching her in class, because she remembers those days very well. Julia Rosenberg, will you please come down?
I'm very grateful to have had the opportunity to have taught in Mayapack, and I've always thought so, and I'm sad to go as well.
Mr. Kevin McNamara.
The only thing I can say is I'm sorry I didn't have Vince in class. As a graduate of Mayapack High School, it's kind of funny 30 somewhat years later that I'm still here and I'm finally leaving. So thank you very much.
Will Ms. Helen Horowitz please come to front? Assistant Principal Horowitz has in many ways kept our middle school running and is going to be greatly missed.
Everybody keeps saying to me, what are you going to do? I have absolutely no plans. And it's been an honor and a privilege working with most of you in this room and your children. I've been blessed. So thank you very much for the privilege and honor of allowing me to be here.
Corin Melito, will you come down?
Well, I'm not very good at speaking in public, but I have to say it's been a great experience for me, and I'm going to miss all my coworkers terribly. Thank you.
There are others who were planning to attend but were not able to. Louise Perino. Michelle Petriano. Aaron Trummer. Roger Arnold. Patricia O'Connor. Ellen Logan. Louisa Di Caspari. Antoinetta Torciano. Maria Donardi. And Lisa Rizzi. We have two special awards also tonight. One is to thank Mr. Michael Revenson. Mr. Revenson has attained the 2016 Teacher of the Year Award from the Firemen's Association of the State of New York for his incredible efforts to train more than 300 high school students over the years through the Mayapack High School EMT program. On behalf of the school board and all of your colleagues, for keeping us safe, thank you. Denise Hanbury. for 20 years of coordinating the annual staff versus student basketball game at Lakeview Elementary, which in the process raised over $200,000 for Make-A-Wish over the past 20 years. We also want to recognize volunteers. As everyone here knows, we have phenomenal administrators, teachers, support staff in the Mahopac Central School District. But to keep our schools running like a clock, ever so often we depend on volunteers. Without volunteers giving up their time, their energy, in many cases their hands, and for young children who may be crying tissues, we have volunteers that are unbelievably dedicated to our schools and to the children we serve. On behalf of the school board, we would like to thank the volunteers, and this year we have gifts which may be usable as like last year, the water containers. These are actually lunch baskets that actually are insulated so that you can actually bring lunch and not have it warmed when it comes time to eat. So we're going to continue with the meeting, and when we're done, the volunteers, please come up and take one of the lunch baskets for yourself. And then we have cookies and coffee outside in the hallway as soon as the meeting is done. Thank you.
Okay. So let's move on to the committee reports. We'll start down at the other end. Mr. Bell?
Good evening. Buildings and Grounds did not meet this past month, but we do have a meeting coming up, which is open to everybody, to the public. It's this coming Monday, June 20th at 8:30. I'm sorry, is it 30th? Oh, 20th, right?
20th, yeah.
20th, sorry.
Yep.
Yep.
Mr. Hunter?
The audit committee did not meet this month. We had met towards the month of May to schedule the internal audit for specific areas. Once we have that report, we'll be happy to share it with you. I don't have anything else to report this time. Thank you.
The policy committee did not meet this month. The committee will meet again after the annual reorganization meeting in July, and the date is yet to be determined, but will be posted on the district's website and is open to the public and held at the district office.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Nagowski?
The curriculum committee did not meet this past month. However, I am very pleased to announce at this time that we have a new director of curriculum, and it's my distinct honor to recognize Dr. Adam Peace, who will be taking over our We wish you good luck, sir. I'm sure you're going to do an excellent job. So thank you very much.
Okay, let's move on to the consent agenda. The only item that is still on the consent agenda, gentlemen, was one of the items we wanted removed last night, which was letter N, as in Nancy, which was the excess books. Everything else has been updated based on our meeting last night. So I'm going to remove letter N from the consent agenda. Could I get a motion to accept the consent agenda, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, great. A couple of things I wanted to state in the consent agenda. Dr. Pease, you're now officially, since the board voted, you're officially, and we thank you for taking the new position of curriculum head. We look forward to continued success that you've had with the district going forward, and wish you much luck. I want to also introduce Catherine Sweeney. Catherine is going to be our chairperson for Committee of Special Ed, I should say. Welcome. Is Chris here? Okay, great. I just wanted to also recognize, take off my glasses, Christopher Plantagna, who is now the business administrator in the business office. I'd like to welcome you, Chris. Welcome you back. that's all we had on the appointments. Okay, let's move right on. We are... Okay, just a couple of donations, which we didn't read, but I'll read now. I just wanted to make sure that they were acknowledged, they were part of the consent. Resolved upon recommendation of the superintendent of schools of the Board of Education of Mahopac School District, hereby accepts a monetary donation of $4,100 from the Lakeview PTO to purchase Osbot classroom kits and accessories. So we thank the Lakeview PTO for that. Last but not least on the donations, resolved upon recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education and Mahopac Central School District hereby accepts a monetary donation of $874.29 from the Educational Foundation for the purchase of a buddy bench to be placed in the Lakeview playground. So we thank the Education Foundation for that. Let us vote on the addendum. We have rescheduled a couple of meetings trying to accommodate everybody with vacations, so you're aware of it. The HR meeting for the month of July will actually take place on June 21st at the district office at 7 o'clock. We will also have our pre-meeting with the board on June 27th. That's the pre-meeting before the public meeting. And that will be specifically focusing on reorg and the things that are associated with the reorganization. And then the reorganization will take place on Friday, July 1st at 6 p.m. here. And then on the 11th and 12th, when we normally have our July meetings, we'll have a normal meeting to address any outstanding business from the school year. But we'll do our reorg on July 1st. So with that said, I'd like to get a motion to accept the addendum number letter A, school board reorganization meeting.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you. And last but not least, the appointment of a hearing officer. Could I get a motion to accept that?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Terrific. Thank you. Okay. Okay, could I also get an acceptance for the addendum C, adoption of charges and specifications?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. And last but not least, terms and conditions of employment. Could I get a motion to accept that addendem, please?
So,
Second? Second. Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so we're up to resident comments. Is there any residents that would like to come up and comment on any subject, any topic? This is a rarity. Mahopac has nothing to ask. Okay. Nobody? Okay, great.
Michael?
Yes.
Sorry, Mrs. Scopani. 1 second. I just want to thank the building principals who are here as well. I think you did an outstanding job this year, and I respect your leadership and your dedication to the students in the district, and congratulations on another great year. So thank you for your service.
Yep. I'd like to echo that. I'm sorry, Dennis, I cut in front of you. I'd like to echo that. I actually have a senior that's graduating and can attest of what a great job the teachers, the administrators, everybody did with these kids. The senior class is going to some terrific schools, and we should all be very proud of not only the kids, but the work that's been done in our district. So I thank everybody for that. Dennis, you want to make a comment?
Basically, that I'm extremely grateful to the administrators of our schools for actually not only supporting me, but ensuring that our children are not only safe and secure, but well educated, and that our teachers are also not only happy, but also effective. And most of all, I would like to really congratulate Dr. Pease as the new Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum Instruction. Dr. Pease, it's going to be wonderful working with you. Thank you for stepping up to this opportunity.
Lastly, I'd like to recognize two of our new board members that are in the audience, Mr. Mongan and Mr. Jesus, I just lost your name.
Kazari.
Kazari, thank you. Sorry, Mike. Right over my head. Mr. Kazari. I also want to thank Mr. Pikowski for 3 years of support to this board and to this community. As anyone knows, this is not an easy job, and 3 years is a very long time. And so I want to thank him for his efforts and his guidance throughout those 3 years. I'd also like to thank Mrs. Zimmerman for her efforts for the last 3 years. She unfortunately couldn't be here, but what we'd like to do is have you come back for the July 1st meeting, because we'd like to honor you and Mrs. Zimmerman at that meeting.
It's very kind of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Anybody else?
Mike, if I just may, I'd just like to say that 3 years goes by in the blink of an eye, and it has been an honor to serve this community and this wonderful school district, and I know that Mayapac's best days are only ahead of us. So thank you all very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Mark. Okay, if there's nothing else, can I get a motion to close the meeting, please?
So moved.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Okay, guys, enjoy the summer.